What if the most dangerous moment of your day happens before you even say good morning? Not at the dinner table, not during exercise. In the first 30 seconds after your alarm goes off, before your feet touch the floor, before your first cup of coffee, before you have spoken a single word. There is one specific morning habit that most people over 60 perform without a second thought every single day. And emerging cardiovascular research suggests it significantly raises the risk of a fatal cardiac event during the most dangerous window of the entire 24-hour cycle. Your doctor has probably never brought it up, but after today, you will never approach your mornings the same way again. My name is Dr. Williams James. I am a cardiologist with 25 years of clinical experience, and I have spent the better part of those years watching the same preventable morning sequence repeat itself in patients who felt completely fine the night before. Today I want to break that cycle, starting with you. Here is what most people over 60 do not fully appreciate. The heart does not carry equal risk throughout the day. Research published in the American Heart Journal confirms that cardiac events are significantly more likely to occur between 6 and 10 in the morning than at any other time. That is not coincidence. That is biology. And understanding why that window is so dangerous is the first step toward protecting yourself inside it. While you sleep, your body runs in a low-power mode. Heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, your nervous system quiets. It is the only genuine rest your heart receives in a full 24 hours. But the moment your brain begins waking, even before your eyes open, your body begins flooding the bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline. These stress hormones start rising roughly 60 minutes before full consciousness. By the time your alarm sounds, they are already surging. Heart rate jumps, blood pressure rises, blood vessels constrict, all of it within seconds. At 35, your cardiovascular system absorbed that surge without difficulty. Vessel walls were elastic. The system adapted instantly. But after 60, the arteries are stiffer. The response is slower. And in many people who feel completely healthy, there is plaque silently built up inside those vessels that they have no idea is there. When a hormonal wave hits a vessel wall carrying vulnerable plaque, the force can crack it. A cracked plaque triggers clotting. A clot in a coronary artery is a heart attack. That is the mechanism. That is what I have witnessed clinically more times than I care to count. Now add a second layer. After 7 or 8 hours without water, your blood is measurably thicker and more viscous than it was when you fell asleep. Think of your heart as a pump and your blood vessels as pipes. When the fluid in those pipes thickens, the pump strains harder with every single beat, and thicker blood clots more readily. Research confirms that clotting factors reach their peak activity levels in those exact early morning hours. The hormonal surge, the thickened blood, the stiffened vessels, all arriving simultaneously. A triple threat concentrated into a single window. And right in the middle of that window is the habit I need to tell you about. The habit is standing up immediately after waking. That is it. Alarm sounds, and within 3 seconds the person is vertical. It feels like nothing. It is completely ordinary. And for a heart over 60 at that precise moment, it is one of the most cardiovascularly stressful things a person can do. When you are lying flat, blood is distributed relatively evenly throughout your body. The moment you stand, gravity pulls a significant volume of blood downward toward your legs and abdomen. Your heart must respond instantly to maintain adequate pressure to the brain. In younger adults, that reflex is fast and precise. In adults over 60, it slows. Blood pressure can drop 15 to 30 points within seconds of standing. This is called orthostatic hypotension. Many people over 60 experience the gray, dizzy feeling it produces and simply accept it as normal aging. It is not normal. It is a warning signal. When blood pressure drops suddenly, the heart compensates by spiking its rate and output aggressively. In a heart already under hormonal stress, already working against thickened blood and stiffer vessels, that compensatory spike can trigger an arrhythmia or, in vulnerable cases, precipitate a cardiac event. Standing up in 3 seconds is the morning mistake, and it costs nothing to fix. The protective habit is equally simple. A full glass of room temperature water, taken before your feet touch the floor, begins thinning the blood, reduces clotting risk, and gives your cardiovascular system something meaningful to work with before the demands of the day begin. Cardiovascular research has found that this single habit, practiced consistently, is associated with a meaningful reduction in early morning cardiac events in adults over 60. 1 glass of water, before coffee, before your phone, before anything else. I want you to pause right here and subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Every week I bring research-based, clinically honest conversations about what your heart and your body genuinely need after 60. 1 tap. It costs you nothing and may give you more than you expect. Let me tell you about a patient called Raymond. He was 71 years old, a retired engineer, the kind of man who managed his health with the same methodical precision he had applied to his career. His medications were never missed. His diet was disciplined. He walked 40 minutes every morning before breakfast. His last cardiac workup had come back reassuring. One Wednesday morning, Raymond silenced his alarm, sat up immediately, stood in one fluid motion, and took 4 steps toward the bathroom. His wife heard the fall from the hallway. When I reviewed Raymond's case, everything about his cardiovascular management had been appropriate. The medications were right. The lifestyle habits were genuinely good. But in 15 years of annual checkups, nobody had ever asked Raymond about the 30 seconds after his alarm. Nobody had mentioned the morning hormonal surge. Nobody had told him about orthostatic hypotension, or why his blood was thickest and his vessels most vulnerable at the exact moment he was moving fastest. In the recovery room, I sat with Raymond and walked him through what had likely happened and what needed to change. He listened carefully. Before he left the hospital, there was a glass of water on his bedside table at home, placed there by his wife before she came to collect him. 3 months later, at his follow-up, the morning dizziness he had always dismissed as simply getting older was gone. His home blood pressure log, which his wife had been keeping diligently, showed noticeably more stable morning readings. Raymond looked at me and asked the question I have heard from too many patients in too many recovery rooms. He said, "Why has nobody ever explained this before?" I did not have a satisfying answer, but I told him the same thing I am telling you now. The information exists, the research exists. It simply needs to reach people before the morning it matters most. Here is the complete morning protocol. 3 steps, 90 seconds, no cost. The moment your alarm sounds, do not move immediately. Stay where you are and take 3 slow, deliberate breaths. In through the nose, fully. Out through the mouth, completely. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system and begins counteracting the cortisol surge before it peaks. 3 breaths, 15 seconds. One of the most underused cardiovascular protective tools available to you. Before your feet touch the floor, drink the glass of water you placed on your nightstand the night before. The whole glass. Room temperature. This is not optional. You now understand exactly why it matters. Then sit before you stand. Roll to your side, push yourself up slowly, and sit on the edge of the bed with your feet hanging. Rotate your ankles gently for 30 seconds. This activates the calf muscle pump, which pushes blood back upward toward the heart and allows blood pressure to stabilize gradually before you rise. Then stand slowly, pause for 10 seconds, and take your first step. 3 breaths, 1 glass of water. Sit before you stand. 90 seconds, every morning, starting tomorrow. If you are currently taking a diuretic for blood pressure, ask your doctor to check your magnesium level at your next appointment. Diuretics can gradually deplete magnesium, a mineral that regulates the electrical signals controlling your heartbeat. When magnesium drops quietly over time, the heart can become electrically unstable, and that instability tends to surface hardest during the morning stress window. A simple blood test provides the answer. Ask for it. Your heart has been working for you every single minute of every single day of your life, without ever asking for a break. The least it deserves is 90 careful seconds each morning. Tonight, before you go to sleep, place a glass of water on your nightstand. That one small action is where this change begins. Tell me in the comments, did you know about the danger of standing up too quickly in the morning? Had anyone ever explained this to you before today? I read every comment, and your answers shape every conversation I bring to this channel. If this reached you in a way that matters, share it with someone you love. There is someone in your life waking up every morning doing exactly what Raymond did, completely unaware. This video may find them before the morning it counts. Subscribe for more honest, research-grounded conversations about protecting your heart and your health after 60. Next time, we are covering the 5 silent signs your heart is under stress that most people over 60 are dismissing as normal aging. You will not want to miss it. Everything shared in this video is general medical information based on published cardiovascular research and clinical experience. It is not personal medical advice and is not a substitute for care from your own physician. Please speak with your doctor before making any changes to your medications, morning routine, or health habits. They know your full medical history. Bring this information to that conversation. That is exactly where good medicine begins.